Hey, are you really still at Mom and Dad's house? Because, that would be pretty interesting if you still lived there.
What? Hi, Gracie. Whatever ended up happening with you?
Before we talk about all of that, I want to talk about how crazy it is that a woman in her 40s is still living with her mom and dad. Are you not embarrassed to be living with those two still?
Hold on a minute. It's been 10 years since you and I last talked to one another. And this is how you're going to start the conversation off? Where are you right now? Are you coming back home or something?
I just got back into town a bit ago. I went to have a look at how the house and Mom and Dad have been doing. And as I was out on the street having myself a good look, you came out of the house and surprised me. I was thinking you had moved away and gotten married already.
Well, I'm sorry. I have a lot of things going on with my life right now, so that's why I'm still around here and don't have a husband yet.
People that can't get married tend to say things like that a lot. I'm busy, or I have things going on. Well, whatever. Anyhow, I was pretty happy to get a good look at my older sister's face again after it's been so long. Now, I'll be going. Goodbye.
What? But you came all the way back to town, right? So does this mean you'll be living at home with all of us again?
That's kind of the plan, yes. So that's why, you need to get out of that house for me, please.
What?
Right now, I'm carrying a baby in my belly. I was thinking it'd be nice to come back home and have Mom and Dad take care of me while I'm pregnant, so that's why I'm here. I'm afraid that by having a single woman in her 40s who is still leeching off her parents to provide her a place to live and money might end up causing there to be some problems with my baby. So please, make it quick and get out of the house.
Wait, but if I have to leave the house, what will happen with Mom and Dad?
They'll be fine. I like to think that both Mom and Dad are far better than you, so they'll be completely fine with me. They even said it themselves that they'd rather have me in their house.
Wait, did you already talk with them about this?
We did. They think this whole idea of having me come home to replace you is a great plan. They were both so happy to hear that I'm coming back to live with them. That just goes to show that even after a decade has gone by, they still love me the most. Also, it's looking to me like they are sick and tired of you.
Sick and tired of me? I'm not sure they were talking about me.
Hey. Why would you try and say they were talking about me like that? Are you seriously not ashamed of yourself to be living with your parents still in your 40s? Well, I'm coming home now to have my baby, so a parasite like you needs to go.
Are you really sure that's what you want?
Get out of my way by the end of today.
So you're really feeling comfortable having me leave Mom and Dad's house? I'm telling you now that if I have to go, I will never be coming back, all right? I won't even bother to worry about anything that has to do with you and the house anymore.
You know, that's exactly what Mom, Dad, and I all want from you. You being in that house still is only causing problems for the rest of us.
So this means you'll be taking good care of both Mom and Dad in my absence, right?
Well, of course. They already seem to be doing very well by themselves, so... And if things get really out of hand for those two, I'll pay to have them placed into an old folks' home.
You do realize that doing something like that will cost a lot of money, right? Are you really okay with that?
Those two have a lot of money, right? Our family's always been pretty well off, so by having them both pay to leave this house and be taken care of by pros, I'll have the whole place to myself.
I hope you realize things were all right in the past financially.
I get it now. You are trying to keep me away from both Mom and Dad because you want to inherit everything from them, right? You really are a sly old woman, aren't you? This is why they've both come to hate you so much. You always did try and act like you were in charge of things all the time. How annoying all of that was.
So you are totally okay with having me leave that house forever and never ever coming back to it? Gracie?
I'm telling you, we are all wishing for it. you go out now and find yourself a new place to call home, okay? Don't tell me. You have no more money. I suppose that'd be the case, considering how long you've been leeching off of Mom and Dad.
I have money, so I'll be fine. But do you have enough money to manage things?
Well, of course I do, Tiffany. I have loads of money at my disposal. Now, I'll be getting all your things for you and throwing them out in the front yard, okay?
What? Hey, wait a second. Don't do that to my things.
Why can't I do that? You're no longer the leader of this house or anything, right? That means that this place is now ours again, and I can do whatever I want with the things that are in this house. If you don't like having me manhandle your things, then maybe next time don't leave them all in this room here.
Hey, hold on. A lot of that stuff I use for my job.
I'm sure your job is pretty meaningless anyway, right? I'll make sure all your monitors and your laptop get chucked the furthest for you. That way you don't have to worry about managing all the cables and stuff as you leave.
Why the hell would you do that? Is there really any reason for you to be tormenting me like this?
I have always hated the sight of you, as you tried to make yourself look like this good little girl in front of everyone. I don't care that you had all those good grades and were able to make so many friends. You had no right always acting like you were the best.
I was never trying to act like I was better than anyone else. And if anything, wasn't it you who was always being spoiled by Mom and Dad and never took anything seriously?
Anyhow, I really do hate your guts.
Well, so what? You can't just start taking all of my things and throwing them out into the yard because of the past.
I honestly never thought I'd come home to see you still living here. You'll only be around for today, so I have to make sure I bully you with what little time I have left.
Why the hell are you being such a jerk still?
Look, if you don't hurry home and get all your things, they will all be out in the front yard. That I'll have you know is still wet from the sprinklers.
Stop that. I'm coming back home right now. Ugh. Why is something like this happening now of all times?
It's because you've been trying to live off Mom and Dad for far too long when all you really are is a brain-dead loser. And now that you're fully aware of how we all feel, you don't have to come back here again. Gracie is saying that she'll be around now to take care of us, so there's no need for you anymore.
So you're really going to be cutting me out that easily now? Even though I gave up so much for you and Dad?
You're our daughter, so it's a part of your job to do that for us as a good child, right? Gracie is telling us that she has a lot of money now, and more than you even. She also just looks a lot better than you, physically. So we really don't need you around us anymore, Tiffany.
How hurtful, Mom. Has this always been the way you thought of me as your daughter? Perhaps you haven't even thought of me as your daughter since you used me for everything. Cooking, cleaning, doing the laundry, and even my money.
You made sure to get a housekeeper for us so that you didn't have to clean anymore. So how about you stop trying to act all tough by saying you've done everything for us?
Had I not hired someone to come and help, I would have never had time for my job. I have a job that had been paying for all of us, and it was also that job which was helping pay off yours and Dad's debt.
And from now on, Gracie will be handling all our debts, so we don't have any use for a child like you, right? Thank you for everything you helped out with.
Does Gracie even know about all of that?
By all of that, do you mean our debt? There's no reason to tell her about it. She told us right to our faces that from here on out, she's going to be our best daughter. So there's no reason to tell her anything because she already knows.
She's trying to be your best daughter. I don't think she has any idea what she's getting herself into, and I think you and Dad expect too much from the idea of what a good child is.
No matter what you try and say about us, Gracie seems to have way more money than you now, so we'll take her over you any day. Also, Gracie happens to be carrying a baby. That means she's still healthy and is looking after a family. You've never gone out and done anything to try and make a family, so both your dad and I have lost total faith in you.
I never had the time to go out and find a man, since I never had any days off. And we know who's to blame for that.
You can't be blaming others for your own faults, Tiffany. I guess it really doesn't matter how old you've become. You're never going to grow into a respectable adult.
Look who's talking. Well then, I'll just let you both get into trouble then by letting Gracie back into your house. Just be aware, I'm cutting ties to all of you now.
Go right ahead and piss off. I'm sure you're only wanting to cut ties to all of us because you're too jealous of your younger and more attractive sister, right?
I really do not give a damn about any of you.
All right. I hear you loud and clear. Hey, Tiffany. Listen, does Mom have any debt right now? Well, I just heard Mom on the phone talking with someone. She was talking about things like money with them and about paying some things off soon. I'm not sure if I was hearing it all clearly or not, so...
Well, you're pretty spot on with what you heard. Mom is in a lot of debt. Around $300,000 or so.
Huh? What? 300,000?
Also, she ended up getting into debt with a rather shady group of people. I was there to help pay a little bit of that debt over time, but now that you're in charge of her and Dad, you'll continue to pay that debt off for Mom, right? Mom was so happy to hear all of those things from you. About how you'd be stepping in for me now with all that money you have to help her pay off her debts.
What? I never said anything like that to her.
Even if you didn't say exactly that, you did say you'd be taking care of them from now on, and paying off that debt is a part of it.
But even if you say that, what the heck, 300,000? Why is she in that much debt?
Right after you ran away from us 10 years ago, the company that Dad owned went bankrupt. Had that been all that happened to him, then things would have been all right. But both Mom and Dad went off the deep end after filing for bankruptcy and started to gamble their worries away.
They started to gamble? And wait, Dad's company went bankrupt?
It did. And so for the past 10 years, neither of them have stepped up to start working again. So with all their free time, they'd go back to the casino again and burn their money. That's why I ended up having to take their place as the breadwinner of the house and work my job while paying off their debts. All while coming home and trying to get any chores done that I could.
Then the one who's responsible for them and Mom's debt now would be...
That's right. You went and took that responsibility from me. That's why from now on, I'm sure things will be very tough for you. So do your best.
Are you freaking kidding me? Why did nobody ever tell me about any of this before I came and took your place?
Well, I was thinking of telling you about it, but you were in such a rush to move into the house and have me kicked out.
So that's why Dad has always been at home this whole time. I asked him a few times how the company's been, and all he'd reply with is well.
I see. So it seems even Dad is still trying to keep what pride he has left. He must really enjoy having a daughter around that still had no clue he was no longer running a company.
Hey, can you please come back here? I can't live with these two in a situation like this. This is not the kind of house a pregnant woman should be living in.
No, thank you. I am never going back to that house and you guys ever again. I asked you plenty of times if you were really okay with kicking me out, and you said of course you were okay with it.
But I told you at the time I had no clue about the reality of Mom and Dad.
That does not matter. I have no reason to be helping you out any, and you sure should not be asking me for help after what you've done.
All my plans are starting to fall apart now.
Your plans are falling apart? What do you mean by that? Was there an alternative reason for you coming all the way back to be with Mom and Dad now?
I really can't use any of you guys for anything, can I? You all have so many problems. Nothing has changed at all in these past 10 years since I left you all. I'm done here. I guess I'll have to take what I can get.
Hey, what were you planning to have happen by coming back? What do you even mean by that? You'll have to take what you can get.
Shut up already. This has nothing to do with you now.
Weren't you the one that started talking with me asking for help? Don't be such a bitch and tell me what's going on with you.
Hey, what should I do? My purse and wallet are missing. I made sure to put it back in my backpack and all, yet it's not in there now. Why?
Huh? Why are you asking me something like that? I don't care about what happened to your stuff, and even if I did, I'm not living anywhere near you anymore.
You took it with you, right?
I thought I told you already that I'm not going to help you. If you keep texting me about your problems over and over like that, I'm going to have to block you. You don't want that, do you?
What? What the hell is wrong with you, Tiffany?
Look at yourself before you start saying that crap about me. You really are more like Mom than I am. Well, fortunately enough, she likes you the most, and that's why she's most likely gone and taken your purse and wallet from you.
What?
Mom is not the most kind person, you know? I'm sure inside your purse you didn't just have cash, but all your cards and ID, right? I think she took all of that and ran.
Why? Why would Mom do something like that to her favorite daughter?
You're asking me why? The reason is as clear as day. She only cares about you because you're bringing money into the house, so she's going to make sure she gets that money. And I mean, you didn't help your situation at all, did you? Coming back after 10 years bragging about how you had more money than me? I'm not sure if you really do have all that money or not, but you having said all that to Mom made you her new target.
But when I came back here, I was still assuming that Mom and Dad had a lot of money and wouldn't care to get mine. The house is so huge and all. I thought that by telling them I was rich too, they wouldn't mind having me living in the house over you.
Don't tell me it was all a lie and that you really don't have anything. No. Gracie, did you come back home looking for money from Mom and Dad?
What? Hold on. That wasn't part of the plan, but,
So I was right about that. I see. You were having some money troubles, and so you came back home after being gone for a decade, acting all cool like you were just wanting a place to have your baby.
And so what? It's not like any of this has to do with you, right?
I'm just saying you came back to your parents who are worried about money, all because you're worried about money. That situation you're all a part of is going to get really dirty, real quick, I think. Oh, thank goodness. You were able to be accepted right back into your Mom and Dad's home. And thank God I was able to get out of there before things started to go sideways.
Hey, Mom. My purse and wallet aren't in my bag like they should be. Do you have any idea where they both could have went? What? If you're looking for those two things, I have them on me. I mean, you are back living at home with your dad and I again, so that means we all share our money, right? I'll give you your ID and insurance card back, so make sure you come see me to grab them. What? All of that money inside my purse and wallet is for something important. I would really like it if you gave all of my things back to me. Why should I do that? You came back into our house because you're going to be taking care of your mom and dad in Tiffany's place, right? Then it shouldn't be a problem that I have your purse and wallet on me. But, there's really no need for you to be holding on to my things, right? Oh, but there is. So I'll make sure to hold on to them for you. We made a promise after all, right? You could come back to live with us as long as you took great care of Dad and I. So that also means from now on, every month, I'll need you to help me pay off my debt. But wait, just wait. You were also saying before that you have a lot of money, right? That's what you said right to my face. Then it really shouldn't bother you at all that I have your money and credit cards, right? But Mom, I'm going to have a baby soon. Oh, that's right. And how is your husband doing? If he doesn't mind, call him and let him know he can move in with us. I'm sure he's working a pretty serious job now too, right? Well, he is working a job, but... Well then, how about you give me his number and I'll give him a call so that I can ask him personally. I would also like to have a word with him since it'll be my first time speaking to him. Now, can I have his number, please? Let me think about it. Actually, let me go have a word with him about it first, Mom. His name is Patrick, right? Oh, what a wonderful name. Now, why do you have to go talk with him and get his permission? He was the one that married you without my permission back when you ran away from us after all. Mom, what has gotten into you? You're acting just a tiny bit strange right now. Also, when you have that baby of yours, you'll be getting some money and stuff from your friends and husband's family, right? I would really like to talk with him about that money. So now, would you please give me Patrick's number so that I may call him? I can't, Mom. I'm sorry. What do you mean you can't give me his number? Excuse me, Gracie? Respond to me right now.
Hey, Gracie? I just got a call from one of your old classmates from high school. They were saying that a Patrick is looking for you right now. Tell me, what the hell is that all about? Isn't Patrick the guy you were dating way back in junior and senior year?
I am married to Patrick now, actually. 5 years ago, him and I met again at a class reunion that was being held, and, well, things just got going from there. And this baby I'm carrying, it's Patrick's kid.
Is that right? I remember him being a pretty good man back in the day. So, what's going on here?
I'm sure you can already tell after that call, right?
Well, I have a couple of guesses, but the one that seems to make the most sense is that you went and cheated on Patrick, and when he started asking for a settlement from you, you ran. And that brought you all the way back here, right? But look, what are you going to be able to do once that baby is born? You can't keep running from him forever, can you?
I know that already. But I can't pay the amount he's asking for, so I had no other choice but to run. That's why I came all the way back to Mom and Dad's place, hoping they'd be able to help me out financially. But those two don't have any money whatsoever, and it's to the point where they might need to sell the house.
No way, you can't sell the house. Both Mom and Dad took a major loan out on that place and are still paying it off.
What?
And unfortunately, the only inheritance those two will be leaving behind will be that house. Although, I'm not even sure if it'll be paid off by then. So as of right now, there's no way you can sell it.
I see. Then what am I going to do here?
How about you ask the man you cheated on Patrick with for help?
I can't. That man's wife also found out about what was going on, and I'm no longer able to get any responses from him.
So you both were cheating. You really have been having the time of your life, huh?
None of this has been fun, though. What should I be doing here, Tiffany? Mom went and took both my purse and wallet from me and won't give them back. Patrick is out looking for me right now, wanting his money. I don't have any money right now. There's a kid coming soon, and I have nobody else to ask for help. What am I going to do?
How about, for starters, you tell Patrick where you're at right now.
Huh?
He will come to see you, and then you both can head to the hospital together. There you can then have your baby, right?
Why would you think I can do all of that?
Well, it's either you have that man come and get you, or you stay at that house with Mom and Dad and wait for Mom to be arrested. Which situation would you like to be a part of? Will you be able to continue running with that massive gut of yours?
I can't run anymore.
Then you listen to me and don't say a word. I'll be coming to you soon with Patrick, all right? I am extremely pissed off with you, but you are supposed to be having that baby soon, and I do not want that baby being born on the street.
Tiffany, I have finally started to realize something. You weren't acting all high and mighty all this time. You just happen to be a well-put-together woman who's able to take action whenever you need to.
What?
And the only reason I was able to live my life so freely for so long was because of what you were doing. And with both Mom and Dad, you took action and made sure to care for them when I ran off and Dad's company went under, right? That's the kind of strong and independent woman you are. But Tiffany, why did you waste all your time caring for those two worthless losers?
So you're finally starting to see some of the larger picture. I did take action and looked after Mom and Dad all this time because I'm their daughter. And I have to thank you for my ability to put up with everything for so long. If it wasn't for you always being spoiled by Mom and Dad while always treating me like crap, then I would have never started to hate you. And well, that hate played a key role in becoming more strong and independent.
Tiffany, I hope you being my older sister will make you forgive me someday.
Huh? Who's your older sister? I never said that I was still your older sister, and there's never going to be a day where I go back to being one. Did you forget about the day you all kicked me out of that house and you threw all my expensive things out into the yard, breaking them? Even though I said I was coming home to get them all from you? Yeah, well, if you forgot about that, at least you've been reminded about it now. I'm going to make sure you pay for all that stuff you broke.
What?
You thought I'd just let you get away with that crap? I want to make sure you're held responsible for that stunt, and this is how I'll make that happen. I want you to pay for all the things of mine you broke, and then I want you to pay that settlement Patrick is asking you for.
But I told you I have no more money. How many times am I going to have to say that to you?
You just think that because you have no money, you don't have to pay for anything? I'm sorry, but you're not in elementary school anymore, Grace. You go out and get yourself a damn job, or you find someone to borrow money from right now. If you're not able to do either of those things, then don't ever expect to be helped by anyone.
All right already.
All right then. That better be a promise. I'll be bringing along official documents as well, so make sure you read and sign all of them, okay?
Why has this happened to me?
Because you thought you could run away and then leech off Mom and Dad's money.
Hey, Tiffany, what the hell are you up to right now? You just took Gracie away from us. If you're taking her away, then you come back to this house and take her place.
Mom, give it the hell up already. How about instead of using your daughters for every little thing, you actually get off your ass and do something? I've had enough of your crap, and so has Gracie now. She also can't bother with you both now because she has a baby to give birth to.
You and Gracie have always hated one another, though, right? Why did you come back here to help her get away? When Gracie has that kid, she'll be getting all kinds of money from her husband's family and friends.
No matter how much I hate her and she hates me, I'm still human. And considering she's my little sister, I have to do something to get her out of harm's way. If she had to stay with you any longer, you'd most likely get her and that baby killed taking all her things.
Did you just tell your own mom that she'd get your sister and her baby killed?
I sure did. And that's because you and Dad, are terrible people. The worst. I have had to watch you all my life taking money not only from me, but from your younger daughter now who is going to have a baby. I already hated the fact that you and Dad took advantage of me, but I was at least making enough money with my job to make things work. But I'm out of that situation you guys have made for yourselves now. And I think by losing both your daughters, you have a good chance to turn yourselves around.
How dare you talk about your dad and I like that? Shut the hell up and come home right now. Tonight the damn collector is coming here. If I have to tell them I can't pay them tonight, who knows what'll happen to us?
Well, luckily for me, I don't care what happens. Hopefully something so bad that I never have to hear from you again.
Huh? No, wait, this is all your fault. It's all your fault that things have turned out like this, so you'll be to blame for everything.
And this is why you're no longer worth anything to me. Always have to blame everyone but yourself. It's kind of like you got so used to being spoiled by Dad and his company that you forgot what it was like to be a decent human being. Well, thank God those people you got into debt with aren't very into spoiling people. Let's hope tonight is not the night you and Dad both get what's been coming to you. After that, I had Gracie taken to the hospital, and there she had her baby while also having to be watched by her husband, who was very upset. Although something like having her first child should have been one of the best memories for her, she was also met by a lawyer that Patrick brought along, stating there'd be a divorce and that she'd have to pay up. There was also the bills coming from me for all those things of mine she broke out in the front yard. So really, you could say the day she ended up having her first child will go down as one of the worst memories she'll ever have. As for how she'd be paying everyone, she didn't have any money herself, so she had to start getting some loans from very shadowy people. And the day after giving birth, her baby was taken by Patrick. Now Gracie is out of the hospital and has started to work on finding multiple jobs for herself so that she can begin the long process of paying her debt off. I still keep in touch with her from time to time, but only to see if she's still alive and to make sure she's paying the child support she owes her ex every month. When it comes to my mom and dad, they both had no means of paying off the debt collectors that night and ran away from their house. They were able to stay on the run for a few days, but soon their luck was up and they were caught. The last thing I got from them was a text from my dad saying that he had taken care of mom and they were coming for him next. I'm not too sure if that means what I think it means, but if that's the case, then so be it. I guess those two should have taken life a bit more seriously years ago, but I'm not really complaining. As for myself and how things turned out, I moved a town over and I'm living in a newly renovated townhouse by myself. Not having to take care of those two rotten parents has really left me feeling healthy again and like I can breathe some fresh air in for once. I might be in my 40s now, but I'm finally feeling like the freedoms of being an adult have finally come true for me. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Why, hello there, my dear sister-in-law. How are you today? It is such a wonderful day to be alive. Are you there? I would love it if you said something to me. So I just wanted to make sure that everything is going okay. How are all my children doing? Are they all full of energy and bouncing around the house?
Okay, you messaging me like this isn't funny. Paula, are you seriously taking this as a joke right now? Where the heck are you right now, huh?
I'm sure I told you what I was planning on doing, wasn't I? Don't you remember? I'm going on vacation with a friend for a week to a nice, relaxing resort and spa.
Don't you know how selfish you're being right now? You're taking no responsibility, and this is too much for me to handle. How can you just leave like this? You left your young children with me so that you can go on a little vacation? Do you not realize how messed up that is? Aren't you worried about your kids?
Why, of course not, because they're obviously in good hands, and of course you're better with kids than I am, and I'm a mother. Those little devils are all mischievous, and it's hard to take care of them. I can't believe that my stupid husband wanted 5 kids, and I actually said yes and did that for him. And at their age range is crazy, from 8 to 4 years old is too much. To be honest with you, Clara, I feel so refreshed now because I'm here at this resort and I can actually think straight without being interrupted by snotty children. This break's a lifesaver for me. I never knew that time away from the kids would make me feel so comfortable. It's great. I love this alone time.
How dare you turn around and say those sort of things about your own children? If you had 5, you look after all of them, not just dump them at my doorstep.
Hey, I'm just telling you like it is, Clara. It's better to be honest about your feelings, is it not? Can't you just be a bit more grateful that you get to spend time with your nieces and nephews? I do appreciate that you take care of my 5 kids this week. Thank you very much in advance. I do feel bad for you since you were close to having your own child, right? It's really a shame that you can't have children right now. Yeah, at least I can hand over my kids to you so that you can get in some practice with them.
Are you kidding me right now? Don't you know how wrong this is, Paula? Also, I haven't given birth to any children yet, no. But what's that got to do with this situation? If you actually feel bad about leaving your kids behind, then why did you go on a trip to some resort in the first place, huh? Your logic doesn't make sense right now.
Well, since we've all become a huge family now, shouldn't I be allowed to have some time for myself and for the family to look after my kids? I think that's only fair. Also, even though you're not listening to my side of the story, why are you making me feel so bad about what I've done? If you get any more angry, I'll never forgive you for treating me this way.
But don't you have any clue what you've done? You can't just leave your children behind without letting me know what's going on. This is all going to come back and bite you one day, Paula. And also on top of that, I've been listening to you loud and clear since this conversation started, but you've not been taking in a word that I've been saying to you. I'm going to discipline the kids the way I want to.
What on earth are you even talking about, Clara? Don't you see how much I've been doing on my own? I deserve a break, and you know it. Just look after my kids, all right? Do you really think that what I'm doing doesn't make any sense? As a mother, I need downtime, and it's only common sense that you should know that, Clara. But no matter, you don't understand what I'm talking about because you've never had children of your own to take care of. Also, it's normal to spoil a child since you're trying to take care of them with all your might. You're not to discipline them too much, or you'll get it when I come back from my vacation. Are you trying to take away my children's independence?
They're literally running wild in my house, and you're telling me that there's nothing I can do about it? How is that fair? Even if I try to scold them, they don't listen to me at all. I can't even think straight. It's all because you left them here without telling me where you're going. How could you do this to them and me? You're letting them down.
Oh, please, don't act like such a tragic heroine. It's so lame that you're doing that. Anyway, I'd better get back to enjoying myself with my friend a little bit more. Thank you for taking care of the little rascals. I'm sure that time will just fly by. You'll just have to take care of them for me for a wee while longer.
Mom, are you there? I really need to talk to you. It's urgent. Just so much crap has happened in the last few hours. I can't believe it. Paula finally got in touch with me.
Hi, Clara. I'm sorry, but what exactly is going on with her? Why is it good that she's gotten in contact with you? What's happening? Start at the beginning.
Well, that she's not sorry at all for what she did to her children, and that she feels super refreshed to be away from them right now. She just up and left them here.
Oh, yes. I feel like that is something that she would say. I can't believe she left my grandchildren with you without saying anything to you.
Right? And what I don't get is what Jack sees in her if she's doing stuff like this to her own flesh and blood. He must wonder why he ended up marrying a woman like her. If he had known beforehand what her personality is like, or even if I knew, maybe we could have stopped Jack from marrying her in the first place.
Well, unfortunately, now that can't be helped. However, I did talk to Paula a few times before they got married. I didn't really know what kind of a person she was. Same goes for you, right?
Yes, I had no idea what type of person she was and how selfish she is. What am I supposed to do about her children? They aren't listening to me at all.
Well, she's definitely in the wrong here. There's no reason for her to go on a trip when her own husband's on a business trip. He'll be back tomorrow, though. What I can't believe is how she didn't even think about the kids and how they would feel about her going away on her own. It's like she doesn't care at all.
I knew that Jack was in the middle of some really important work, so that's why I haven't contacted him about what Paula has done by leaving the children with me. When he gets back into town tomorrow, I'll have to tell him what she did and how she talked to me about not having children and that sort of thing.
Yes, you'll need to tell him everything that's going on. There's no way that she can get away with this. He needs to think about his future when it comes to that horrible woman.
Yeah, he's going to have to seriously consider if he wants to stay in this marriage or not. It's also such a big issue to deal with your kids being abandoned and your wife going on vacation. What surprised me the most, though, is how undisciplined these kids are. I can't believe it. They hit people and won't even stop when they've been told to. They eat food without even asking and are just so rude. They are running wild and damaging my house, and I can't control them. It's so difficult. Even when I try to scold them, they don't listen to me at all. And even when my husband shouts at them, they don't listen to him. I'm getting more tired by the day.
That's horrible, Clara. I'm really sorry that you're going through this right now. How are you feeling, though? How's your stomach? I guess you guys wanted to keep things to yourselves.
Yeah, now I know how it really feels when mothers no longer have the energy to deal with their children. But if I get hurt, that'll be a big problem. I don't care. I'm so tired.
I know you're really tired, Clara, but you need to look after yourself, okay? I'm honestly kind of worried because of you and the baby in your belly. Okay, here's the plan. I'll come over to you so that we can go and pick up Jack from the airport tomorrow. Does that sound good? And we'll tell him everything.
That sounds good, Mom. Thank you for being so worried and actually listening to my concerns. Paula doesn't seem to care about what she's done to me. I'm standing here, almost 8 months pregnant, and I can hardly stand up with all these children running around. I don't want to get hurt, so I need something done about this.
Guess what? I'm home now. I've finally returned from one of the best vacations I have ever had in my life. Are my lovely little darlings doing all right at my sister-in-law's right now? I've just started to unpack my things and throw my clothes in the laundry. Once I've done all that, I'll get into the car and come get them, just for a little bit more alone time.
Wow, I can't believe what you just said. Are you actually kidding me right now, Paula? I tried to contact you so many times, and you just ignored me. What's your deal?
Well, it was because it was a special resort and spa trip, okay? I didn't want to be disturbed by anyone. You understand, right? So, guess what I did? I turned off all my notifications on all the apps I use so that I wasn't rudely interrupted during my massages. It wasn't an urgent matter, so I didn't mind ignoring it. It's not like the kids were starting to act up or anything like that. You were doing just fine, so please tell me where you are at right now so I can see the kids.
Wow, you really don't give a crap how any of us are feeling about what you did right now, do you? You're way too carefree and it makes me sick. They're all in a funeral home.
I'm sorry, rewind just a second. What on earth are you talking about right now? What do you mean they're in a funeral home? Is this a joke? I'm assuming that one of the relatives died or something. Is it really okay to take my kids to a boring place like a funeral home? If something happens at the venue, I won't know, yeah.
Well, actually, the kids are doing just fine at the moment. This is the first time they're actually all behaving for once in their lives, so I feel relieved to see that. They should be behaving all the time, but you don't even give them the time of day, so they just run wild and then bad stuff just happens. They feel so bad right now, and it's your fault.
Wow, are you actually being serious right now? Those kids are actually behaving themselves? Well, that's unbelievable. You must have the magic touch. Or perhaps you've scolded them too much while I was away. I bet that's what you've been up to. My policy is to raise children in a relaxed manner. I bet you've gone around to all of them and said too much to them, yeah? How could you be like that when I told you I'd do things differently? Oh, you're unbelievable, Clara.
It's because you're too relaxed that I've become so strict and nagging them all the time about what they're doing wrong. How is that something that you don't understand? And the reason why they're being so quiet right now is not because I scolded them. Those kids just don't have the energy to make a lot of noise right now.
What the heck are you even talking about? Why are they so quiet then? This doesn't make any sense unless... Have you been abusing my children?
Are you thick or something? For goodness sake, Paula. I just told you why they're calm and not shouting right now. You've completely misunderstood everything I said.
First of all, where is Jack? I need to speak with him, and I know that he was supposed to come back just after I left. Is he with you right now? He's back from his business trip, yes?
Can't you check that for yourself, Paula? You've got his number. Why don't you call him and ask if he's back or not? You know you're going to regret doing what you did.
What on earth are you even talking about, you abuser? I've got absolutely no regrets with going on a little vacation with my friends to get away from the kids. All I wanted was to hear no shouting and no screaming. I was so lovely to go away and relax. You need to go away and actually do that before some horrible snots take over your lives. Okay, I am very confused. Every time I try to ring Jack's phone, it doesn't connect. What's going on here? He won't answer his phone or his messages. Tell me what's happening right now, Clara. I also couldn't get a hold of him at work because they said that he had taken the day off or something. What's going on, Clara?
No matter how you try to contact him, Paula, he's not going to answer as he's no longer with us anymore. There's nothing that any of us can do, all right?
What do you mean he's no longer with us? What does that even mean? I thought that he came back from his business trip already. There's no reason I can't get a hold of him, right?
How can you not know what I'm talking about right now? Your kids are sitting in this funeral home because they're attending their own father's funeral.
I'm sorry, what did you say? You're lying to me right now, aren't you? This can't be true. You're not telling me that Jack has passed away. How is this possible? Are you seriously kidding me right now? How come you didn't tell me what happened to him, Clara? Why wasn't I told?
I don't know what to say to that other than I tried to tell you what's going on here. I called you and texted you, but you ignored me, didn't you? That's on you. I think I must have rung you at least a dozen times or more, and I sent you messages like, please call me when you see this text. What else am I supposed to say? After all, I wasn't going to get any kind of response out of you until you came back from your stupid little spa trip, since you were planning on ignoring everyone anyway. Do you really think that I was going to lay out in a text that my own brother, your husband, passed away out of the blue? How was I supposed to say something like that?
There's literally no use saying all of this to me now, Clara. What the heck? How did this happen so suddenly? He was in great health on his business trip. How could he possibly be gone when he was healthy, active, and felt good about life? It makes no sense. Was he maybe in an accident? Is that what happened?
I don't know. It depends on how you define an accident, Paula. But I suppose if an accident occurs, I guess that would be what you call it. This is going to be tricky to explain.
Ugh, I knew that something like that had happened. Have the police caught the culprit yet? I've got to claim compensation on his death and get the insurance no matter what.
Is that really all you care about right now? Seriously? I can't believe what you're saying. Well, I guess I better tell you that the culprits are all sitting beside me right now.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that the people who caused my husband to die are at his own funeral? How could you let them participate? Don't you know how messed up that is? How could you let murderers walk in and sit in front of my husband's body? What are they playing at? Who the heck are these people, Clara? Tell me.
Would you calm down and actually listen to what I'm trying to tell you? I don't want to have to tell you like this, but it was the children. They were the ones at fault.
I'm sorry. I zoned out over what you just said. Are you actually being serious? What do you mean my children are the reason why my husband is dead? What on earth happened?
So, after Jack came back from his business trip, they all went out together as a family because he felt bad that you left the kids with me. At the time, they were hanging out. He was trying to go down some stairs. The kids thought it would be funny to push him as a prank. You know, to make him stumble. But he ended up really injured, and they couldn't see him moving at the bottom of the staircase. An ambulance was called right away, but the injuries were so bad that he was already gone.
What the heck? How could you let this happen? I thought that you were able to control them. Why didn't you help my husband right away?
Oh, for goodness sake, Paula. I was there when it happened, and I was coming down the stairs after he fell with the kids. I did everything I could while dealing with them. My stomach has gotten so much bigger in the past few weeks, so I'm hardly able to move. I'm not as limber as I want to be. I can't just jump down 2 stairs at a time. Even if I was within reach of grabbing Jack before he fell, I think more of us would have been injured. I don't know if I could have helped any more than I did, Paula. At least I was there. You weren't.
How dare you say something like that to me, you absolute cow? I was away, so how was I to know what had happened? How are the kids doing right now?
Do you seriously not know how they would be feeling right now? They're so depressed, Paula. I don't think they thought that their actions would lead to them losing their father. The reason why this happened in the first place is that you've not been disciplining them or telling them the difference between right and wrong up until now. Because of your poor parenting, your family has lost Jack, a fun, loving dad who worked hard to provide a good lifestyle. He's gone, and it's really your fault. You're the one to blame for leaving those kids who never listen behind at my house and went on a trip without telling anyone. All you think about is yourself.
You can't just turn around and say something like that to me when I do my best and I wasn't the one who physically pushed Jack down the stairs.
I don't want to hear any of your stupid excuses anymore. Those children have had to bear a huge burden and will never be able to forgive themselves for this. Also, I've lost my precious little brother, all because you couldn't look after your own kids properly. I don't want to see your face anymore. I can't stand you as a person.
What the heck, Clara? You're just pushing all the responsibility onto me and you're acting all high and mighty. I don't want anything to do with a nagging sister-in-law. I suppose that my mother-in-law is taking care of the children right now, yes? I need to come over and get the kids. I need to take them home immediately. Francis, are you there? I really need to talk to you, so please answer me. The children are with you right now, yeah? I'm coming to get them right now. Is there really nothing else that you want to say to me right now, Paula? Don't you realize that your own husband is dead and his funeral is happening? Look, I do understand that. It's really sad that he's gone, and I've been crying a little bit, but I need to get my kids. I'm very worried about my future lifestyle. I am a full-time housewife, and I couldn't survive without Jack's salary, all right? How am I supposed to afford childcare? How am I supposed to buy clothes and food? I really need to contact the insurance company now and get my insurance money because I need the money to survive. I'm sure it'll be enough for now. I'm pretty sure that Jack had life insurance in case anything like this happens. If you had 5 kids right now, you'd feel sorry for me, yeah? Wow, are you really trying to do this at this time? When we've hardly said goodbye to Jack? This is insane that you worry more about money than about your dead husband. Are you even going to come over here and pray for him and say goodbye before he gets cremated? You are his wife, and you're not being much of one right now. Well, I can't help having to think about the future now that he's gone from this earth. I'm busy as well, having to sort all this crap out. You're making my life way more difficult than it should be, especially Clara. You're both making me out to be the bad guy. I was away when everything was happening. It wasn't my fault that Jack fell down the stairs. It was the children. They should be the ones to blame here, not me. Stop hassling me when I'm trying to stay afloat. I can't believe what you just said. How can you blame the kids for what they did when you never taught them not to do bad things? It all comes down to your poor parenting skills. Wasn't it you who instilled in them that it's fine to pull dangerous pranks on people like pushing them down a flight of stairs? Do you think you should allow that? Would you please stop turning this around on me because I wasn't there, okay? To be honest, I think Jack is also at fault for not being careful when he went down the stairs. I'm not the only parents of those kids. He was too, and he should also be to blame for how they've turned out. Don't just put the consequences onto me as the mother. Are you actually kidding me? My son was doing his best with the kids when he was at home, and they really enjoyed his company. It was just such a shame he had to work so hard because you didn't. Do you really think that I'm not going to blame you for this? You weren't there. You left those kids. They misbehaved because of you. Don't you think I haven't heard any of this? What on earth are you even talking about, you mad woman? What have you heard about the kids? What does that even mean? Explain it to me. Well, I'll tell you that Jack has been asking me for advice for a while now. You've been acting selfishly and not taking good care of the children. That's what he told me. Jack had to travel a lot for work, so he had limited time to spend with his children, and he wanted to get help. He wanted to help you, too. But if I were to step into your house, I bet you would have gotten overwhelmed about it. Basically, it was a marital issue over everything else that was going on. I told him to take some time off work, actually to talk to you and find some ways to support you more since you were looking after 5 kids all by yourself. But now I regret saying all this because what I really should have done was actually listened carefully to my son and also just gone to your house and helped the kids. Oh, stop saying all this. This is ridiculous. Stop talking about this. It's not fair. I didn't think I needed help. I'll have to worry about all the things that Jack said now. But on the other hand, I've not just lost Jack just because of the accident that led to his death. If I could educate my grandchildren well, then nothing like this will happen again. We've made a decision that will benefit everyone, especially the children. I can't give them back to you, so I'm going to adopt all 5 of them from you. Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? Are you telling me I'm a bad mother and that I'm supposed to hand over my kids to you? They will always be my children, and you can't just take them away from me just because of this. I have rights. I am their mother. You can't do this. But you are a terrible mother, Paula. You're not fulfilling your responsibilities as a mother. You left them with their aunt without explaining why. You always prioritize yourself and irresponsibly left the kids in Clara's care when she's heavily pregnant. What's more, you don't teach them proper etiquette. How have you not taught the kids to not hit people and shove them? They run riot, and it's all because of you. I didn't want to be too harsh on you, but you've not been listening to anything we've said to you, and bad things have happened. You should have taken Jack more seriously. He was so worried. The children wouldn't have to endure so much emotional trauma if you had gotten help and actually taught them how to behave. You're so irresponsible. Are you saying to me that everything that's happened is all my fault? How dare you? I just needed a break. What is so wrong with that? You're insane. You should have just been honest about it, and we actually would have looked after them. In order to protect the hearts and future of those children, I'll never give them to you again. Also, that insurance money that you're trying to get from Jack dying, that's going to be going to the children and their future because they are the priority now. Don't you dare mess with me. I am his wife. You can't take that money away from me. How dare you do something so selfish to me? That money is mine. I'm not being selfish at all. I am thinking about the children, like you should be, but you're not. It just proves that you're a terrible mother. There's no way you're getting that money. It seems like while Jack was working, he had designated that only his children get any money that he earned and has put away for them. They're the beneficiaries. What the heck are you talking about? Are you kidding me? He actually went and changed his wishes? I didn't hear about this. Why would he do this? How can he when the kids are still minors? They can't have the money yet, right? Either way, I still need to go through the procedure of getting it, okay? I'll take it for them. You'll be doing no such thing because that money isn't for you, and the children also know that as well. You can argue this with a lawyer. I'm done explaining this. That money is what Jack left for the children, and only for them, not you. You left the kids to do whatever they wanted, and that's horrible. You are not getting a penny. You can't do this to me, you horrible cow. I bet the only reason that you don't want me to have it is because you want it for your own retirement. I'm not having this conversation with you anymore. I am done. If you're planning to fight us, you better go and hire yourself a lawyer. Good day. This can't be happening to me right now. How dare you say this to me, you old bat? I deserve that money. I'm the mother and I need it to survive. You don't need that money. All you want to use it for is to go on vacations and spend it all on yourself. Don't you dare try to take that away from your own children. You should be thinking about what's best for them, but you're not, and that is mind-blowing to me as a grandmother. You've treated them like crap and the rest of the relatives like crap. We're not putting up with your nasty behavior anymore, Paula. You're to not come anywhere near the children and to let them move on with their lives. I need that money, though. You can keep the kids and look after them if you want to, but I need the money. Don't just leave me pouring on the streets. I'm just a housewife and I don't know what to do. You know exactly what you can do, Paula. You need to get a job to fund that lifestyle you have. It's as simple as that. You're to not contact me anymore. I'm blocking you and I am so disappointed in you. Hey, Francis, you can't do this. You can't block me. I need my money, and you need to give me access to that if you're going to be the kid's guardian now. Hey, get back here. Are you seriously ignoring me right now? Francis, come back. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen, but you can't just blame me for every single thing that's happened. It was all just a huge accident, okay?
After that whole incident, Paula applied for a loan so that she could support the lifestyle that she had for the time being. She did hire a lawyer, but wasn't awarded the insurance that Jack had. Apparently, she moved into a run-down and cheap apartment. It was all her fault that she left her children to go behind on a trip and lost her husband. Apparently, there have been rumors spreading about her and her friend group, and many of them are turning their backs on Paula. She's starting to become very lonely. She also tried to get a job to make a living, but she never worked well. Because of her not doing much in her jobs, she was fired many times. She's now working multiple part-time jobs while also working hard to pay off her debts that have built up. Clara did give birth and has been raising her child for a while now. Things have slowly calmed down for her and her family. With the 5 children behaving, they are all enjoying their time together without Paula.